Good evening. We're on the sterling yen today, British pound versus the Japanese yen, looking at a potential 5-minute opportunity on the pair. We're looking at ITM Proteus suggesting a very high probability opportunity that's already started, as you can see, towards the long side. So we will follow it. A $25 investment here to execute just after and into the new interval. We are now into the trade and we'll be coming back to you just before expiry. All right, back again, roughly 17 seconds remaining in this trade. As you can see, after a brief dip into the negative zone, shortly after entry, the pair escalated into the money very, very quickly, largely due to Proteus's suggestion that it was a high probability long side move, but also due to its positioning in time, because the price at the time the trade was taken had just bounced off of the highest probability long reversal zone, adding further escalation to the move that has now expired in the money. This trade is complete. So what we're going to do is wait for the next valid 5-minute interval. We'll come back to you shortly if there's an opportunity. All right, back again. It is now 19:19, roughly 30 seconds remaining to the next valid interval. Let's have a look at what Proteus is saying. Yet again, a high probability long side opportunity projected by ITM Proteus, which is a leading indicator on the right-hand side. Further confluence is also exhibited by the additional confluence metrics, 3 out of 5 agreeing with the long side move here. So we're going to shoot for another $25 trade here and execute at 55, roughly 55 to 56 seconds just before the new interval starts. And once we're into the trade, which we've entered now, just going to wait until we're in. We'll come back to you just before expiry as before. All right, just a few seconds away from expiry here, fantastically in the money. Very, very strong escalation towards the long side, in line with ITM Proteus' suggestion that it was a high probability long trade that was likely to expire in a successful outcome, which it has now. After moving around the price, the entry point, up and down, into the money, out of the money, the trade finally went into the money quite aggressively and stayed there without any hope of returning to the entry point or below. The trade has now expired in the money for a $17.5 return, which concludes our 30-minute trading session. ITM Proteus, as you know, is a leading indicator projected on the right-hand side of your chart once you deploy Proteus on any chart, any currency pair, any stock, any future, any index, any commodity. It is multi-asset. On the right-hand side, you have the leading indicator with a probability projection, as well as the ability to look for one-touch, no-touch, and boundary opportunities. You also have an arrow representing what is likely to happen in the future on your chosen time frame, alongside the probability of medium, low, or high. With a moderate to conservative strategy, you should aim for medium to high probability outcomes only. If you're a very aggressive trader, then low is also an option, whereby you're pretty much neglecting the probability value altogether, which is of course not advised. On the left hand side, you have the additional confluence metrics that are a composite of the relative strength index, exponential moving average crossovers, ADX, CCI, and MACD that give you a lagging indicators picture. These are standard MetaTrader 4 indicators organized for you in a convenient, neatly organized panel on the left hand side. That gives you an immediate indication of whether the market is up or down, what it has done up until now in this point, at this point in time, excuse me. So these are the benefits of having Proteus. You have a leading indicator that is a very powerful, very consistent indicator on its own that allows you to gauge what is likely to happen going forward in the future. You also have the additional confluence metrics on the left-hand side in the left panel, giving you a picture of what has happened in the past or up until this point in time. Thank you.